Hi there, you're watching Market Cafe on ET Now with me Shreyansi Singh and with me is Cheryl D'Souza, and over the next 1 hour we'll take you through news and updates from within the country as well as across the globe, tell you which stocks you should keep on your radar and tell you what the brokerages are saying as well. But first things first, Cheryl, let's take a look at the Wall Street and see what that was up to.
Well, that was up to a lot of things actually, Shreyansi, and I must say that you are well coordinated with the way how a US market shut shop in yesterday's trading session. A sharp knock actually coming in for the US market in yesterday's trading session. So if you look at the way how the Wall Street ended, you had Dow that fell 1.5%, you had S&P 500 that shed about 2%, NASDAQ saw a dip for about 3.3% in yesterday's trading session. You had the CBOE VIX, which is actually that measures the market's expectation of the stock market swing. So you had the volatility index that jumped about 33% to about 20.72 levels, which is the biggest daily percentage gain coming in for the CBOE VIX. And not just that, it actually hit the highest close since early August. So yes, the sentiment definitely not that great when we talk about the US market. So it slumped this as it is actually one of the market's historically worst months. That is usually September month is not that great coming in for the market. So you had the S&P 500, NASDAQ as well as Dow recording their biggest daily percentage declines since early August. You also had the mega cap 7 companies, or Magnificent 7 as we all call it. They all actually saw a huge drop with Nvidia dropping nearly 10% in yesterday's trading session. It also shed a record $279 billion from its market capitalization, and that is the biggest ever single day decline in market value for any of the US companies. So like I mentioned, not a great day coming in for the US market. Nvidia falling 10%. You also had Alphabet that fell 3.6%. You had Apple that lost about 2.7%. Add to the list Microsoft 1.8% decline coming in for that particular counter as well. Now all eyes will definitely be on the non-farm payroll data for the month of August that is due later this week. You also have the Fed meeting that is later on September 17th and 18th. So all eyes on what Federal Reserve will do. No doubt we've got commentaries pointing that they will go ahead with a rate cut, but will that happen or no? Only time can tell. So yes, not a great day coming in for the US markets with sharp cuts across the board.
Well, absolutely sharp cuts across the board when we take a look at the US markets, but when you take a look at oil as well, that's also the kind of picture that you're seeing for oil as well, because when I'm taking a look at WTI, there's losses of about 4.3% coming in for WTI, and that contract was around $70 per barrel as well. When you take a look at Brent as well, 4.8% cuts coming in for that one as well, and it was around $73 per barrel, and that is Brent that I'm talking about. Now this of course was the lowest close since December, erasing all gains for the year coming in for US crude oil futures as well. And this move largely was after a report that Libya's rival governments could reach a deal that would help restore oil output, and that is something that the market has been looking at very, very closely. Manufacturing in China, meanwhile, fell to a 6-month low as well in August. So that is the kind of picture that we saw emerging for crude as well. Lastly, let's take a quick look at gold. Gold prices are not doing all that much. Gold prices eased to their lowest in more than a week as well. But when we take a look at oil as well, we're taking a look at a very bleak picture coming in. In fact, crude prices have plunged further with a 5% drop overnight on the likelihood of OPEC Plus restoring production as well. But how does this impact various sectors?